So Permaculture 00's design is about finding ways to communicate with others and with myself so that I do stuff out of choice and joy instead of force. Did you hear about the dishwashing design? Should I tell about it? Yeah, I've lived in so many houses, and I found that one of the biggest causes of household angst is other people's unwashed dishes. People feel like some alien has intruded into their space, and they come to these dirty dishes and they're furious. They're really angry. And it's important to find a way so that you're not nagging, you're not putting up with dishes, and yeah, you don't do either, and you don't wash their dishes. So one day I came down and there were unwashed dishes, and I said, I have a design problem. I don't have a housemate problem, I have a design problem. How can I design my household so that they always wash the dishes? And I found a way. And I will tell it to you now. It's a 3-part process. Right, the first, if you've already got a family, maybe it's too late. The first one was, before they moved into the house, when I'm interviewing people, I'd ask, I wouldn't tell, I'd ask. I'd explain that this is my office, this home, and if there's dirty dishes lying around, I lose all my work energy. I just feel rude. So we always keep it 100% clean. Would you like to live in a house where we wash, dry, and put away straight away? And they say, yes. They choose. And someone is much more likely to go by what they chose than what they've been told. So that was their choice. And then after they move in, I must be impeccable. If I leave one glass or one butter knife, then it'll find a friend, and then it'll just, all my system will go to hell. So if I'm not perfect in this, they won't be. Another is, my kitchen sink is totally clear. Like, you know, the big thing full of knives and the pot soaking because it burnt, and the lots of different rags and the plastic drainer thing, and there's nothing. There's a vase of flowers. That's it. And everything else is put away, like even the draining rack, because after they're dry you put the draining rack under. Like it's just 3 seconds. It's not that hard. You don't want to see this stuff. And if it's all clear, then they keep it that way. It's like how many alcoholics have we got? Yeah, so as you know, like to give up, having less is too hard. You've got to go 0. So alcoholics just say 0, because less is harder than 0. So it's 0 on the sink. And if they forget and leave something, I might draw a little picture that says clear or Zen kitchen. I don't write a sign saying wash your dishes, because that's not cool. And that's not nice, and I'm not the policeman. And as soon as I start telling people what to do, then they stop telling themselves what to do. And never tell anyone what to do. Let them, inspire them to want to do it. So there's ask, don't tell, and there's be impeccable yourself, and there's keep the area totally clean, because that gives them power, and make it beautiful. And they're human, and sometimes they'll have no time, and so I say to them, so if you wake up late and you've got dirty dishes, you can ask another housemate to do it, or here's a tray, you can take them to your bedroom. Of course they're not going to do that. So there's even a contingency plan, and they just decide, I'll wake up earlier and I will do them. And it works. And now I go to other people's houses, like I just went to my brother's who recently got married, and he had a Catholic bachelor house. The worst. And these guys would just leave dishes for days and days and days. And my brother loves dinner parties. Anyway, to help the new wife, I retrained them. I just do a lot of cooking, and I clean as I go, because that's what the Japanese do. The Japanese will cut all their vegetables, put away the cutting board, put away everything, and then they turn on the fire. I turn on the fire first and then start chopping the onion. And I'm cooking like this till it's ready. I think from starting to finish has to be the shortest possible time. They say, no, you just make it nice, one step at a time. So after They get the food, they put it on the plate without letting go. They wash the plate, they wash the pan. They say when it's hot it's easier to clean. They haven't let go, they turn it upside down, and they go and eat their food. And when they're all full and lazy, they go into the completely clean kitchen and they wash one plate and one set of chopsticks. And then they go to bed. That's very nice. But after food, you don't want to see a mountain of ugly stuff. Of course you don't want to wash dishes then. So wash the dishes before you eat. That's how the Japanese do it. They say, we will enjoy this, then just start cooking earlier. And so that's part of Permaculture Zone 1, Zone 0, inner. When I was travelling Europe, I visited lots of permaculture gardens, and I found a lot of what I call left gardens, because there was a lot of food left on the ground. Like they'd plant the trees, but they wouldn't actually gather them and eat the stuff. And they're often politically motivated permaculture. You know, this is permaculture to feed the world and be virtuous, and they wanted to make it, but they didn't really want to cook it and eat it. They just wanted to make it. That's so cute, but I think being effective is so much more important than being good, I've found, personally. And when we wash dishes, someone dries, so it's what we call tantric dishwashing. They're drying energy, elicits your dishwashing energy, and it's nice chatting time.
Could be considered foreplay.
Yeah, working as a team, getting your hands all warm. Dishwashing is not an inherently unpleasant act, and so back to training my brother, because dishes are really important, like for a happy marriage. I cooked a really amazing roast dinner, and it was his job to clean up, and he left without cleaning. It was just a few things, and I said, John, it only takes 2 minutes. I spent 2 hours making a dinner and you didn't spend 2 minutes. I was unhappy that day. He'd had a fight and was high energy. I said, it's not scary. It's just, follow me, John. Pick up, wash, put away. Come on, try now. And he did it, and I said, now imagine it's real. Does it hurt? Nah. All right, you do that tomorrow. So we fixed my brother, and then there's one more housemate, Sydney. I wish I had the photo. Sydney, the architect, Catholic architect who sings in a choir, would always, in the morning, have his breakfast and leave the bowl on the sink. And it drove my sister-in-law crazy. I thought, what can I do so I'm not nagging him? We asked him once and he didn't want to do it. It's his house, not mine. And that's what I did, and it worked. I bought these plastic disposable plates from the supermarket, party bowls. And he's an architect, designer, Catholic, virtuous. These would be horrifying with sustainability. And I said, Sydney, I noticed in the morning you don't like washing your dish. Actually, it makes me angry. It shouldn't, but it does. So, and I want to stay your friend. So I decided that you're busy. And I decided that here's a present for you. This is so that, I don't get upset. You can use these bowls. And he said, oh, gee, thanks. Well, I could just wash it though. And he did. And the plastic bowls remained unopened. And he started washing his thing and the plastic bowls were just sitting there. And I call this the power of inconvenience. When I show someone in my house that something's important enough for me to spend time and money on, then they decide that they could also spend time on it. And if I'm not prepared to inconvenience myself, why should he inconvenience himself? He likes it that way. Yeah. And so he started washing them, and then I returned the party plates to the IGA and got my money back. And that worked really well. And my sister-in-law's happy. So this is the power of design and being creative and never giving up and taking responsibility and not complaining to change things and have a house where people can be cohesive.